Good afternoon. Please take your seat and please introduce yourself to the board.
Good afternoon, sir. My name is ANKITA. I'm from Sonipat district of Haryana. I've done my graduation and post-graduation from Miranda House, University of Delhi. My areas of interest include fabric painting, fashion styling and calligraphy.
And?
Calligraphy.
Okay, calligraphy.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ankita, you stayed in Siddharth Enclave?
Yes, sir.
Who has written the book Siddharth? And what is it all about?
So, sorry, I'm not aware of the
No problem. Okay, tell me about POSH. What is the full form of POSH and give me 3 highlights of POSH.
So, POSH stands for Prevention of Sexual Harassment at Workplace. So, what is the other question?
The question is, give me 3 highlights of POSH.
So, prevention of sexual harassment at workplace was the act provided by the government to prevent sexual harassment of women at workplace.
Yes, how does it? What are some of its highlights? What are some of its features? That's what I'm asking you. Have you read the act? Or are you aware of the act or not?
Sir, I'm aware of the act, but I'm not able to recall its exact features.
Okay, no problem. You did some creative startup.
Yes, sir.
What exactly did you do?
Sir, it was a startup based on customized clothing where me and my friend used to hand paint fabrics like t-shirts, sarees and jeans.
So what is the government program to help startups?
Sir, government has initiated certain schemes like Startup India and certain schemes like Mahilas, especially for women entrepreneurs like Mahila Startup India scheme. So,
what is the Mahila Startup India scheme called? Is there a specific name for it?
So there is, but I'm not aware.
Okay. Tell me about the wrestlers' protest and what is your take on it?
Sir, the wrestlers are protesting against the undemocratic...
They are still protesting or is it all over now?
What, sir?
Are they still protesting or is it all over now?
Sir, as far as I'm aware, they are still protesting against the undemocratic system that is going on.
Where is the protest being held?
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
Okay, tell me about the protest.
Sir, it is
and your take on it.
Sir, it is against the undemocratic system that is going on in the Wrestlers Federation of India. And also there are certain allegations against the head of the Wrestlers Federation of India against the sexual harassment.
Who was the head? Who was the head? What is his name? You are from Haryana, you should be knowing.
Yes, sir,
okay, my last question to you. What do you understand by the Accessible India campaign? Have you heard of the Accessible Sugamya Bharat Abhiyan? Accessible India campaign. Have you heard about it?
Sir, I've heard about it, but sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
Okay.
Ankita, given your educational background,
yes, sir.
Why didn't you choose to go for academics as a profession?
Sir,
what motivates you towards civil services?
Sir, my father always inspired me to prepare for civil services as he himself is a public servant. So he always wanted me to prepare for the exam. But for a good career option, I did my graduation and post-graduation in zoology. Then I also considered a startup as I always had an inclination towards fashion and painting. So it was an amalgamation of both. But post-COVID, when my startup didn't work out, I considered the civil services as a good career option. So I prepared for the exam.
Okay, then seeing your preference for police and family background also.
Yes, sir.
Uh, don't you think some reforms are required in police services?
Yes, sir, definitely.
Can you jot down or indicate 3 or 4?
Sir, first of all, I'll cite the Prakash Singh judgment that has been provided by the Supreme Court itself to provide a National Service Commission and State Service Commission, as well as fixed year tenure for DGP and SP. Along with it, what I would suggest is to provide a fixed time for the public servants, especially police servants, so that they get a perfect work-life balance.
How will it affect the ground level monitoring?
So, can you please repeat?
How will a fixed tenure of any officer at the senior level affect the ground level working?
So, sorry sir, I'm not able to connect the dots right now.
As you are connected with Haryana, gender inequality
Yes, sir.
has been an issue since long. Your take on that point, that issue, and what 2 or 3 steps can you suggest to improve it?
Sir, Haryana has always been in the highlights for gender inequality, as it has the lowest sex ratio as per census 2011. But Haryana has also taken steps to improve the gender sex ratio, as highlighted by the recent data, as it is right now 926 per thousand male, as I'm aware of it. Sir, in my opinion, what can be done is to, first of all, we need to work on the awareness level that girls should not be considered as a burden on the family, as well as we need to provide the employment opportunities for women so that families do not consider them as a burden on themselves. And also the certain initiatives like Beti Bachao Beti Padhao and selfie with daughter that are already being taken by the government, which were and one of them was also initiated by the Haryana government itself. So I think such initiatives will help shape the will help change the opinion of the people to promote gender equality.
Okay. Recently, Parliament passed a women's conservation bill.
Yes, sir.
Do you think that will help, and how?
Sir, to a certain extent, I would agree that women reservation bill will help women to represent themselves at a at political level. It will not just empower them, but will also help other women to participate more, to participate much more in the economic sphere as well as the political sphere.
But at the panchayat level, the reservation has been going on for a lot of years. Has it changed any substantially?
So, if not substantially, but somehow it has helped women. Yes, there is a concept of Sarpanchpati which exists in the panchayats, but not all women will allow this concept to overpower them. So, to a certain extent, I will say that yes, Sarpanchpati has reservation for women in panchayats has helped women to promote gender equality.
Okay, thank you.
The Ankita.
Yes, sir.
So I would like to first move from Haryana to JNK.
What, sir?
From Haryana to JNK.
Yes, sir.
What is latest on this Article 370 issue?
as I can recall, I think Supreme Court
There was a
has
Supreme Court judgment.
yes, sir.
Yes,
Supreme
what was
Court
that?
has again upheld the judgment for abrogation of Article 370.
Has upheld the
Abrogation of Article
abrogation.
370. Yes, sir.
This is abrogation or nullification. Anyway, don't worry. And what else Supreme Court observed? Did Supreme Court say something about holding elections?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
Sir, Supreme Court has also requested the government to conduct elections as soon as possible in Jammu
As
and
soon
Kashmir.
as possible, or they have given some timeline?
Sir, I think they have given some timeline, but I'm not
You are
able
not
to recall
recalling.
it.
Don't
Yes,
worry.
sir. Yes, sir.
Besides Article 370, one more article of Indian Constitution
Yes, sir.
relating to J&K was highly debated and
Yes, sir.
repealed. I am
sir.
using word repealed.
Yes, sir.
What was that article?
So it was Article 35A.
Fine, that's good. So what did this article provide for?
So I'm not able to recall exactly, but as far as I remember,
It gave some special rights to the permanent resident
yes,
of J&K.
sir, along with so it was related to land rights.
Land
but
ownership.
I'm not. Yes, sir.
Land ownership.
Yes, sir. But I'm not able to recall exactly what it.
But you see, these provisions discriminated against women. Do you recall how these discriminated against women? Like if a J&K woman
Yes, sir.
marries somebody who is not a permanent resident of J&K, maybe a Tamilian or a Malayali or from anywhere else in Delhi. So what happens to her rights?
Sir, as far as I remember, that she won't be given the land in Jammu and Kashmir.
She
if
will forfeit.
Marries,
She will
outside.
forfeit.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So what's your considered view on this discriminatory provision which was there?
So, should I say what is my stand on that?
Yes, your. If you have one, and if you have never considered, then you don't need to form a stand just now.
So, I think this is discriminatory, which is again highlighting gender inequality, which has been persistent in India.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Farmers of Haryana were highly agitated over Farm Bill.
Yes, sir.
What were the provisions in Farm Bill which provoked that kind of intense agitation among the farmers? Haryana, Punjab, Western UP.
So, there were provisions like the proposal for contract farming.
Huh? Yes, you are
Then,
right.
they
Contract
were
farming.
also allowed to sell their produce outside mandis. So there was a fear among farmers that the mandi system would not work efficiently,
Right.
and also that MSP would be
Mandi
removed.
system is anyway not working efficiently.
So the fear for MSP being removed was there
MSP
among
being removed.
farmers.
One.
Yes, sir.
And that was a ill-founded fear. Government
Yes,
of
sir.
India cleared this on many times.
Yes, sir.
But still agitations did not subside. So there is something else. What was that?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to recall.
You are from Haryana, you should check it out.
Sir, I'll read on this definitely.
Fine. My last question.
Yes, sir.
You being yourself a lady,
Yes, sir.
what do you think are the root causes into inadequate empowerment of women in respect of Haryana? Though there has been improvement,
Yes, sir.
but to start with, the baseline was always very low. It was low.
Yes, sir. It was very.
Now we are improving on that. It's good. That is accepted.
Yes, sir.
But why was baseline so low? compared to other states of India?
Sir, I'm not very sure of it, but what I think is that patriarchy has always been very much
Patriarchy is
dominant.
all over India except some parts of Meghalaya.
Sir, Haryana has always been an agricultural state. So, being an agricultural state, men is considered to be stronger. So, he can work in the fields. But since women did not have much role to play in the agricultural field, so gender inequality has been much prevalent and patriarchy has been much dominant in the state of Haryana.
Much dominant.
Yes.
Or the negative side of patriarchy got reinforced.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, patriarchy is all over India.
Yes, sir. But what I think is because the role played by
Okay,
men
all
in
right.
agriculture.
Please, sir.
You said Sexual Harassment Act,
Yes, sir.
Prevention of Sexual Harassment at the Workplace Act,
Yes, sir.
talks about sexual harassment of women in the workplace.
Yes, sir.
Don't you think that a man can also be a victim of sexual harassment?
Yes, sir. Definitely.
Do you think this law should be made gender neutral?
Yes, sir. There are certain laws in India which needs to be modified to consider them as gender neutral laws.
Then similarly, if you agree with what I'm saying,
Yes, sir.
should the law on rape also be gender neutral?
Yes, sir. It should be.
Why do you say that?
Because right now, sir, India has also decriminalized the section 377. So gender now includes all sections of the society, which includes LGBTQ as well as males and females equally, and all have the. So there are potential cases that anyone can be raped in the society. So
Well,
yes, sir.
now one of your hobbies is calligraphy.
Yes, sir.
Tell me one Indian dynasty which put a lot of focus on calligraphy.
Sir, during Delhi Sultanate and Mughal rule, there was much focus on calligraphy. Like Muhammad Hussain, if I remember correctly, during Akbar's time, used to focus on Nastaliq.
What exactly is Nastaliq? What kind of writing is that?
So it is Persian calligraphy.
Is it a pointed kind of writing or roundish kind of writing or what?
So can you please repeat?
What kind of writing is that? Very pointed and sharp or round?
So it is round writing, letter formation.
Did India ever have or does it have a bank only for women?
Sir, sorry, sir, I'm not.
There was something called the Bharati Mahila Bank.
Okay.
Do you recall?
So I can roughly recall, but I'm not sure of it. So.
Last two questions. One, you said something about fashion styling,
Yes, sir.
correct? Now, I have seen one or two fashion shows on TV.
Yes, sir.
Now, the kind of clothes people wear in those fashion shows, especially women,
Yes, sir.
no woman in her right mind will be wearing those clothes in public, correct? So, what's the point of these fashion shows?
So fashion shows are to highlight the new trends or
What is fashion?
so something.
Define it.
So fashion is defined as something which is going on in trend or something which is in trend in the society.
Yeah, probably a slightly longer trend.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, if the clothes in a fashion show can't be worn in public, how is it fashion?
So in my opinion, these are just a source of inspiration.
No, all right. Visualize a fashion show in your mind.
Yes, sir.
How does it inspire anything?
Yes, sir. They are to a certain extent illogical to.
Illogical, correct?
Yes, sir.
Uh, My last point was zoology.
Yes, sir.
During COVID time, we were hearing a lot about zoonotic diseases.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Number one, what's a zoonotic disease? Then I'll come to the next question.
Okay. So, disease which can jump from human to animal to human. So, I'm not able to define it correctly, but
Fair.
Yes,
Agreed.
sir.
From animal to human.
yes, sir.
Now, for a disease to transfer from animal to human,
Yes,
there
sir.
has to be some kind of contact between
Yes, sir.
animal and human.
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, it was said that bats, fruit bats,
Yes, sir.
were carrying COVID.
Yes, sir.
Right? Now, a human being will not normally come in touch with a fruit bat.
Yes, sir.
Agree? So, how did it get communicated from a fruit bat to a human?
Sir, I think it is because of the consumption pattern.
Do human beings eat bats?
Maybe somewhere. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Alright, thank you.
Thank you. One more question on the zoonotic diseases only.
Yes, sir.
Zoonotic diseases have increased, right? Do you think domestication of animals have resulted in that?
So please repeat.
The reason behind, I'm just making a statement.
Yes, sir.
You tell me, is it correct or not? Zoonotic diseases increased,
Yes, sir.
right? Do you think domestication of animals have resulted in this?
Sir, domestication of animals have always been taken place since ancient times. So it is not the only reason, but the changing food pattern, along with the use of other antimicrobial medicines, which are in prevalence. So that would add to the increase in prevalence of zoonotic disease.
Okay. You did some startup.
Yes, sir.
How you registered it? Sole proprietorship or private limited?
So it was private limited, as I
It was a private
co-founded it
limited,
with my friend.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And share might be divided. How many
Yes.
shares you issued? 10,000?
Sir, actually, I didn't do it myself. So my friend was from commerce background, so she did it. She did everything. So I'm not very much aware of
Okay.
this part, as I was handling the production part.
You were handling the production part.
Yes, sir.
You were the co-founder only, no?
Yes, sir.
So you were
But-
not at all having the idea what is happening with the administrative part.
No, sir. But
Okay.
I'll surely.
Okay, tell
Get
me
information about it.
you raised some funds or it was bootstrapped?
Sir, it was boots.
Okay, what are the problems with this VC culture in India? We have seen VC culture in US, in Britain as well. What's the problem specifically to South Asia? Is over here the VC culture is different from Western world? Are you aware of VC?
Venture capital.
Venture capital.
Yes, sir. Sir, I'm not aware of the difference in Western culture and
Okay.
Indian culture, venture capitalism.
Mm-hmm.
But problems that India faces is that first and foremost is the funding issue. That venture capitalists are, there is a fear among venture capitalists to invest in the startups. Also, the wrong assessment of the market by the startup founders themselves. So,
Assessment, okay. Talking about assessment, tell me the valuation methodology. What kind of valuation methodology is being prevalent in the Indian startups, especially the big tech companies?
so I'm not able to.
You're not aware of it. Okay.
Sir, I know.
What's the general valuation method? Let's say
So
we
it's based on the shares and the overall profit and the assets held by the company.
what was the
based
name
on-
of your startup?
Sir, Heritage Hughes.
Heritage.
Hughes.
Okay, let's say we
Yes.
want to value that startup.
Yes, sir.
What kind of methodology will you use?
So
we
it is
will use
based.
revenue based, idea based. What specific?
So it is based on the revenue and the assets the company holds. Yes, sir. So I'm not able to recall
Okay.
the
You-
every.
Okay, you come from Haryana.
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. What's the issue of Haryana with Punjab?
Sir,
One thing is going on.
yes, sir. So first issue is the Satluj Yamuna Canal link problem, And second, that has always been there is the common capital issue.
So what do you think? Haryana should have a separate capital?
So considering the sharing of judicial and administrative resources which are shared with Punjab in the ratio of 60:40 respectively, so Haryana should have its own capital for better management of these.
Which district you think suits appropriate for a capital of Haryana?
So it can be Panchkula, which is very much close to.
What's the difference? Panchkula and Chandigarh, it's a tri-city.
But having own judicial and administrative system would make a difference.
Okay. I've read an article. There was a study that this trend of moving to other countries, going to Canada, Australia, and all, has shifted from Punjab to Haryana also.
Yes, sir.
What are the reasons? Why? Why a lot of Haryana youth wants to go to Australia, Canada, and all of these countries, especially from past 5-6 years?
Sir, one of the reason is increasing unemployment. Because Haryana has always been an agricultural state, and since the agricultural land is being sold right now to increase the urbanization level, as most of the districts are in NCR, so people are shifting from Delhi to to various Haryana districts. So unemployment is major issue. Along with it, sir, attraction factor would be another factor that is contributing to the migration of youth to other countries.
Unemployment.
Yes.
Government of Haryana also issued that policy that 75% of the.
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of that thing? No?
Yes, sir. 75% reservation in private
for the local
companies.
youths, yes.
Yes, sir.
What do you think on that? Some 4 or 5 major companies shifted their offices from Gurgaon to Noida because
Yes,
of that
sir.
policy.
Yes, sir. Sir, I do not support that policy.
No, I'm just asking, will it help with the local youth getting employed and all? Will it work? Like, will it
Sir,
stop the
since the
infill?
policy was to reserve 75% jobs that were majorly below 30,000 of the income, if I'm sure, sir, I'm not really sure of it. So I do not think that it would promote employment among youth, because youth is educated, so they don't go easily for the low paid jobs.
Okay. My last question, that policy is still there or not?
So that is not there.
That is
no,
not there.
it has been.
Thank you.
So how would you evaluate your performance? When is your interview?
So it has not been scheduled.
Not
yet.
being scheduled. Okay. How would you evaluate your performance today, Ankita?
So it is my second mock, and I think it is better than my first mock because that was worst. It is also worst, I would rate it.
Worse is always in comparison, so you can't say it is worse.
Yes, sir.
When you've already said it is worse, then this one is bad. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what are the key areas where you need to improve? You have time to now look at all that.
So I need to read about a lot of things that
Yes, that is
I'm
true.
not able to recall. And also, I guess I need to improve on articulation of answers.
That it is there, but there's also very limited knowledge base which you have at the moment.
Yes, sir.
And you will be asked a lot of questions on women and child centric topics, so you need to prepare that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Also, a lot of things from your DAF which are
Which
coming out and you are not able to answer.
Yes, sir.
So please prepare.
Yes, sir.
Startups, for instance.
Yes,
How are startups defined? What are the different schemes for startups?
Yes, sir.
And you should be aware of the administrative side. You can't just say that I
Yes,
just
sir.
did the.
No, sir, I'll read. I'll read.
You
I'll
should
definitely
know.
Read.
You should know.
I'll ask my friend to.
So at the
give
moment,
me
I
details.
felt that you could have done much better today.
Yes, sir.
As sir has rightly pointed out, you
Yes.
need to do a lot of hard work.
Yes, sir.
And luckily you have sufficient time.
Yes, sir.
we would recommend that you prepare a question bank,
Yes, sir.
and against each question, you can jot down your bullet points
Yes,
in
sir.
order of priority.
Yes, sir.
Keep revising them, speaking in front of the mirror,
Yes, sir.
or sharing it with some friend,
Yes, sir.
right? So that if a related question is asked in the main interview, you are able to come straight to the point
Yes, sir.
and not fumble for either knowledge or answer
Yes, sir.
or points.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I think which newspaper you are reading?
Sir, Indian Express,
Do you follow it online or hard copy?
hard copy.
So you start reading online also.
Okay, sir.
Get registered through your Google account
Yes, sir.
and subscribe it.
Yes, sir.
So you become a paid subscriber.
Yes, sir.
It's not much, 300-400 rupees
Yes, sir.
for an annual subscription. You will get access to their archives.
Okay, sir.
And when you see the menu line from left to right, you will see explained on
Yes, sir.
second or third.
Yes, sir.
So follow that explained.
Okay.
You will have well written articles on most of the relevant issues.
Yes, sir.
You have time on your side. If you read 3, 4, 5 articles a day, you would have covered more than 100 articles
Yes, sir.
in the rest 1 month. When you go through the article, as was said by my colleague here, jot down the gist in bulleted points,
Okay, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yes, sir.
so that you can easily revisit them. So that will
Yes.
get, in your recall memory.
Okay, sir.
The same if you read Hindu, Hindu also has this kind of
Yes, sir.
thing. But Hindu is a bit costly, it will take about 1,000 rupees for a subscription.
Okay.
But they also carry very good articles.
Okay.
Online you can go to that YouTube channel of Shekhar Gupta.
Okay, sir.
He is a known man.
Yes, sir.
He also makes episodes on current affairs. The burning issues, all kind of burning issues, national and even international. So you can be choosy there. जो आपको ज़्यादा अच्छे लगते हैं, जो आपको relevant लगते हैं, you can follow them.
Yes, sir.
All right. That will help you improve your content base. I think you need improvement. All right. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
What are the positives in you? You have a great personality, great smile, correct?
Yes.
So we are pointing out something you need to work on.
Yes, sir.
You also have positives,
Yes, sir.
correct? Leverage your positives.
Yes, sir.
My colleagues have already said what they have to say. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All the best. Everybody has covered everything.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.